Hey guys, it's Mick Meaney here, and thank you for checking out this video today. So, today we're going to talk about sales funnels. I'm going to show you how to build your very own highly lucrative sales funnel, and I'll also show you how someone is using this exact process to quietly pull in a 7-figure income. And then I'll show you all the essential parts that you need to know for an email sequence that you can copy and use it to convert more people into buyers. So this is going to be a great video for you. You're going to learn how to increase your revenue no matter what stage you're at right now, and you can apply this to pretty much any kind of website. So you can use this if you're into blogging, if you're doing affiliate marketing, or if you're even selling your own products. It's going to work absolutely great for you. You see, this process is really simple, and you only need like 3 web pages to make it work, and in total there's like 5 parts to this, just 5 parts, and you probably already have everything that you need to make it work. So I'm going to show you a basic sales funnel that you can use, but first I need to give you a word of caution, because while this is simple stuff, it does require effort. You need to roll up your sleeves and you need to do some of the dreaded work with this stuff, and you'll also have to test this and, well, you know, fine-tune it to get the kind of results that you really want to see. So if you're happy with all that, then, well, let's go ahead and build your first sales funnel. Now, I'll explain what's involved first. I'll tell you what the things are that you need, and then I'll explain what each of them does. And then I'll show you a real example of how a 7-figure business does it, so you can see how everything fits together and how it all connects. So then you can use that as, well, maybe as a template to go forward with. You see, you're only going to use 3 web pages for this, and you might already have them. First of all, we need a squeeze page, then we need a thank you page, and then we need a download page. So this is all very simple stuff. So let's go through each of these. The first one is a squeeze page. Now, if you don't have a squeeze page, or if you don't know what one is, then don't worry. I'm going to explain it to you now. Typically, a squeeze page is a web page that presents your visitors with 2 choices, and only 2 choices. Your visitor can either subscribe to your email list and they can get what you're offering, or they can leave, and that's it. There are no other choices available. You offer them a valuable freebie, something that will help them to solve part of their problem, in exchange for the email address. They take it or they don't. Now, these kind of pages have evolved over time, and now blog posts can be a hybrid. That's a combination of an article with an opt-in form. Mixing both of these 2 things together can be pretty powerful. However you choose to present your opt-in form is, of course, up to you, as long as it's prominent on the page. But if you're not building an email list at the moment, then stop what you're doing. That should be your priority. Stop everything else that you're doing in your business and get this fixed immediately, because building a responsive email list is the most valuable asset you will ever own. I really have to emphasize the importance of this and keeping it targeted. I mean, that means speaking only to the people who have a specific problem that you can help solve. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I hear from people who are struggling to make this internet thing work, and it comes down to really the message, or the content is too broad. You need to keep things really tightly focused. Okay, so once we've got that, next we need a thank you page. This is where, well, you thank your subscribers for joining your email list. Now, there are a few different types of thank you page. Typically, they will tell your subscribers how to confirm their subscription. But in this version, we're going to do something a little bit different. In this one, you're going to make a direct offer. You're going to present your leads with an opportunity to buy something from you. You're going to make a direct offer to them. Okay, before we get into that stuff, The last page we need is a download page. This is where your subscribers can download the free item that they signed up for. And that's it. That's everything we need. And it all looks pretty simple so far, right? Well, it is. But don't underestimate just how powerful this is. This exact funnel is responsible for many seven-figure businesses, and I'll show you a case study in a few minutes. But now let's go through the process and see how everything fits together. So have a look at this diagram and I'll talk you through it. Okay, as you can see, we start with web traffic. We need visitors to come to the website, right? Without web traffic, everything else stops. We send them to the squeeze page. This can be a blog post if you like, as long as your sign up form is easily visible, as long as it's prominent on the page. The rest doesn't really matter. This is where people can join your mailing list. Then in step 3, people who opt into the mailing list are then redirected to a thank you page. And finally, once they either buy from you or they decline your offer, then they're sent to a download page where they can get the thing that they wanted. It's still really simple stuff, right? Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper into things and get a real understanding of how this all works together, and then I'll show you an example of how it works in the real world. Okay, let's go back through each one of these steps, and let's start with web traffic. So where do you find visitors? Well, the best way in my experience is just to advertise. It's really effective. You can get awesome results. It doesn't cost you much money, and you get laser targeted traffic. That means you're only talking to the people who really want your stuff. Facebook, Google, and LinkedIn, well, these are all great places to get web traffic. And it's also easy to track your results. Okay, on to step 2, a squeeze page. Now, this needs a compelling offer. It's an ethical bribe that you offer your visitors to persuade them to join your mailing list. The moment they join your list, they become leads. This is an incredibly valuable asset for your business because this is traffic that you own and you can promote to them as often as you like. A good squeeze page should offer something for free. It should help your leads to solve part of a specific problem or offer them a cheat sheet or a checklist. Now, we used to offer free ebooks, but they're becoming less and less effective. So basically, you're giving someone the ABCs so they can at least make a start on solving the problem. I personally offer videos, and that's what works fine for me. Whatever format you use, it's called a lead magnet. Right, the next step is to redirect them after they've subscribed. So on this page, you can ask them if they'd like to buy your product, which can be a more advanced version of the lead magnet. Newbie marketers often make the mistake of putting their main product, their core product, on this page and then expecting a sale. While everything you do does need to be tested, expecting someone to buy your main item straight away is optimistic. Core products, comprehensive training products, well, they typically cost anywhere from $30 up to $500. So don't expect people to spend that amount of money with you before they feel like they can trust you and they know you a little bit. That's why at this stage, instead of offering the main product, we offer them a low-priced item that doesn't require much thought, something that sounds good, that buying it seems like a no-brainer. The Tripwire product you offer should not compete with your main product. It should complement your main product. For example, if you're selling web hosting as your main product, then the Tripwire offer could be a domain name. If you're selling weight loss products, let's say you're selling a weight loss training product as your core product, then offering a diet recipe book could be the Tripwire. You see, there are a couple of things at work here. You see, people are creatures of habit. If you do something today, then you're more likely to repeat a similar action at some point again in the future. So by offering them a low priced item that they can buy on impulse, we're priming them to buy from us again in the future. This allows us to separate or segment people on the mailing list into two groups, buyers and non-buyers, and we treat each of these groups in different ways. I'll explain more about that in step 4. But for now, this kind of funnel is sometimes called the ascension model. We start with a low priced item, which is called a tripwire offer or a liquidator offer, and then we send the buyer on a separate path to the non-buyers. Which brings us to step 4, the download page. Now, this page will be different depending on the action that your lead takes. So if someone buys, they're going to have a different experience to the people who haven't purchased. If they do purchase the tripwire offer, you then redirect them to an upsell. This is where you ask them to buy your main product. But if they decline your tripwire offer, then you redirect them to a page where they can download the lead magnet. If you think about it, most of the people who come through this funnel will say no, and they will decline to buy the tripwire product, and that's okay. So a lot of what we do is geared towards turning those no's into yeses. We turn non-buyers into buyers, and for that to happen, the people who say no are sent a special email sequence, and I'll come to that in a minute. But that's how this type of funnel works. So you now have a good understanding of everything that's involved. But what about seeing a real life example in action? As I was preparing to shoot this for you, I coincidentally stumbled across a funnel stack designed by someone called Sean LeBron, and he says that his funnel is on track to pull in 7 figures this year. This also happens to be the most commonly used funnel stack because it's the easiest one to do, and it works for almost every type of business. I'll show you the funnel right now. So here is a diagram that Sean created. It's very simple. It's probably the most basic funnel you can find. It's a good starting point, but if you're selling your own products, then you'll want to go to the next level and add another step, just like I showed you a minute ago. If you're doing affiliate marketing, this is the one to go with. Okay, so this is a good stack for newbies. Here on the left hand side, the first thing we see is a Facebook ad, and this is how people are being pulled into the funnel. I'll just point out, if you are using Facebook ads, it's worthwhile using a picture of a human being. These tend to have a higher click-through rate because our brains are programmed to respond to faces. It's a process called face perception, and we can't help but become magnetically drawn to human faces. Okay, now on to the second part. Here we have the squeeze page, and this does a few important things. Notice the red copy at the top. It says 1-page cheat sheet. This tells the visitor that the content is quick and easy to digest. It's not some 30-page ebook that they have to find the time to read. It then promises that there's just one thing the visitor needs to do to solve their problem. So it's making the process a simple one. And then of course we have the main benefit, the end result of what's achievable. So when someone subscribes to this mailing list, they're taken to this page. Here's the thank you page with an offer included. It's a low ticket item. It's around $20. And as you can see, this is simple stuff, okay? And if we look at the actual cheat sheet download, you can see this URL at the top. Well, that's actually an affiliate link. And here you can see, in this instance, 3 follow-up emails are used. Now, I'll go through my own follow-up sequence for you right now so you can copy that sequence. This is a 4-day email sequence, and every email we send has 3 main components to it. So we take the subscriber on a journey from not knowing much about us as marketers to actually making them feel excited about buying from us. So let's go through each one of these emails and find out exactly what's going on. Okay, so in day 1, we send a welcome email. This is where you thank them for subscribing to your list. You give them access to the lead magnet, which is also a way of delivering value. And then you announce a special offer that's going to be available to them in a few days' time, but not right now. So in this email, you're not actually selling anything. You're really just giving them valuable content and starting a countdown in their minds. On day 2, we send them more valuable content. Here, you're actually training your subscribers to open your emails, because they'll know if they do, then they'll get some really good stuff. You're creating a psychological anchor here. Also in this email, you want to tease the special offer. So tell them at least 3 big benefits they'll get from using your product. This is to get them to feel desire, so they feel excited and look forward to your special offer. And it also helps to build anticipation. And then you finish with a reminder about the countdown. Tell them that in 2 days' time, they'll be able to access the special offer that they can't get anywhere else. Then on day 3, we're going to ramp up the desire for your product. Now, of course, you send them more value as well, and you need to tell them the benefits of your main product. But this time, we also include a warning that your special offer really is limited, that it's time sensitive, or, well, however you're limiting your offer. Maybe you're including a special bonus for a limited amount of time. Maybe you're offering a discount. So think about what's relevant to you and however you're going to make the offer special. You see, this is the time to really tell them that they need to take action when they receive the email tomorrow. This is a great use of scarcity. When things become exclusive, when they become rare or limited, they instantly become more desirable because the value increases. Then on day 4, the last email of this sequence, it's all about getting them to the sales page. So keep the email short and sweet, keep it to the point, keep it focused on getting them to click on that link. Tell them to hurry because the special offer is about to expire. Okay, so that's all there is to it. This simple sequence is incredibly powerful, and almost every 6- and 7-figure business uses this approach in some way. But you will have to experiment a little. Imagine that your campaign is a bit like a radio. Remember those old analog radios that you had to tune to find the right radio station? Do you remember those? Well, it's a bit like that. Some stacks work differently for different niches. So play around with things and test every single step of this process. Okay, now you have a powerful and highly lucrative sales funnel that you can use over and over again on as many websites as you like. And I've also given you an insanely profitable email sequence. So this is good stuff, right? I hope you found this to be immensely valuable. And if you want more videos like this, then just head over to profitcopilot.com/subscribe and then enter your email address and I'll send you some more stuff. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.